everyone, Steve and Jim back, Siggy's Lawn and Landscape. Today we're going to be switching it up a little bit and doing some mulch installs. It's pretty nice to be, we're almost done with our spring cleanups because we got a good jump start early. Usually, what, a week earlier than we usually do?
Yeah.
So now we're just flipping the script. It's kind of crappy out today. It's going to rain in the afternoon. So we're just going to be doing basic hardwood, non-dyed mulch. You can't really do dyed mulch if it's going to be heavy rain coming in. It's going to wash the dye off before it has a chance to cure, for a couple hours. So the plan is to do 2 truckloads of hardwood mulch. We're going to put 12 yards in each dump truck and spread that out over, I think, 4 jobs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 5 jobs, actually. But it's kind of good to switch it up a little bit. Spring cleanups have been going hard for a little 2.5 weeks or so. And then we get to put the wheelbarrows on the ground and move some mulch around, so that feels pretty good. And in my opinion, I honestly think mulch is the most profitable thing. Besides pavers and stuff, but like main maintenance, mulch is really, really profitable. And it's instant gratification. It looks like crap, and then you mulch it and it looks brand new and it looks great. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess we're ready to mulch today. We're not using the multi-force because we don't really need it today.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky because we're going back to the church that you guys saw us do the cleanup on, and then there's a couple little mulch jobs around there. Both dump trucks will be filled with 12 yards each, and then to hook an enclosed trailer up and just bring the multi-force doesn't make sense for these jobs. Of course, it would be easier, but you'll see the one job has about 8 yards from the church. It's easier to run it with wheelbarrows up and over the curbs and stuff. Another job is 3 yards or 4 yards. It's easy to run into the mulch beds with the wheelbarrows. The third job is about 2 to 3 yards. It's easier to run it with the wheelbarrows. It's right off the road. And then the last job for hardwood mulch is about 8 yards. And you got to drive through the woods a little bit and over a ramp, like a wooden bridge. And it's just quicker to use the wheelbarrows. If we could use the multi-force and we had a third guy, it didn't make sense to have 3 trucks on the road. The third truck would be pulling the trailer just with the multi-force in it. It's kind of silly. But there's a bunch of little small jobs we don't really need that for. But we'd love to have it, but we'll show you guys what we're going to be doing today. I don't know, we can talk about a couple of the other videos, recent videos. We've been getting good comments, bad comments.
Yeah, so we've been getting all types of comments about spring cleanups. The edging video, people loved that one. Some people hated that one, I guess. I knew that was going to happen. Even on TikTok, when we posted it again, half the people loved it, half the people hated it.
It's just, once you try it, you don't know till you try it. People are saying they'd rather hand edge the whole thing. Well, the job we showed you guys in the video, if you hand edged it, no, it wouldn't take you 10 minutes to hand edge that entire thing. It took us 10 minutes with the edger to drive around in a circle and edge everything. But hand edging the entire property, I don't know how many linear feet of beds there were, but it would take a few hours, if not more, by hand to do every single mulch bed. We didn't even show them all on camera. Yeah,
and then for what that costs, well, we have to charge for our time, and for what that costs, there's just no way they would go for it. Nobody would go for that.
Everybody hating on the edger video, thank you. It means you're watching our videos, but we know what we're doing with that because we bought it for a reason. It speeds up, and it's very efficient, and it does a great job for us at least. Yeah, we are hand edging a couple jobs here and there that are, I don't know, maybe 10-foot mulch beds.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to hook the edger up, and the results look the same, guys, between the edger machine and the hand edging. I don't know, some people are saying that their method is way better of hand edging and it looks more crisp and clean, and yeah, ours, it looks great. The customer left us a 10 out of 10 review on the computer and are extremely happy with the edge job we did. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Let the hate comments keep coming on that edger. We're going to use it every single year.
Yeah, it's a really, I like that piece of equipment.
It's a money maker.
Yeah. But anyways, all right. We're gonna just get these mulch jobs done today. Hopefully it doesn't downpour in the meantime, but I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll cut this real quick, but we'll pull up to the black 550. That thing's been sitting there 3 weeks. After we did the tune-up for the whole season, it's been sitting for 2 weeks, so hopefully it should start right up. It's got a full tank of fuel, and we're gonna load the crap out of it with 12 yards of wet mulch. So Hopefully it starts up.
Yeah.
You guys have seen this in the other video where we tuned it up. We did the oil change, the filter. We cleaned the fuel bowl out and put a new fuel filter. What else did we do? We greased everything up in the dump body, the suspension, like the ball joints and stuff. We checked the tire pressures. We put a new tire on it. What else did we do? We didn't need a whole lot because the motor was done a couple of years ago. It should start right up.
There it goes.
That's why we trust these old trucks. It's a 2000, 160,000 miles, and this is also a 2000. This is a 550, that's a 450, 156,000, somewhere around there, almost the same mileage. We trust these old trucks that are 23, 24 years old to start every single day at every single job and go to work for us for the whole season. There's a reason why we do it, guys. We don't need that $1,200 payment a month on a new truck. Maybe if we needed a decent tax write-off one year, but we wouldn't be putting towards the truck. These things are going to run forever, they're rust-free, and they're ready to go. Except don't show the rust holes on the dump body. That doesn't count.
Yeah. All right, here we are at Jefferson Recycling. Steve's inside right now, telling them exactly what we want so that they know how much to load us up with. But this stuff is, this place has some good stuff. They got Nico-Lock pavers. They have pretty much every mulch you can imagine, all types of stone, topsoil, so forth. They have everything here. So we come here when we have a job nearby over on this side of the town, and they're great. They're fantastic. They're quick and easy. They're always ready to go. Friendly people. So if you're anywhere in the Jefferson, New Jersey area, definitely would recommend Jefferson Recycling. Like I said, they're top of the game over here. They got their stuff really nailed down right, and they run a tight ship over here. So really recommend them. But let's take the dump trucks up here and we'll get loaded up. Give that to him. There you go. Got two other Fords coming in. Gave me the horn, so I guess we're good to go here. We'll come out front and we'll get it tarped up, and then we'll head out to this job. I believe they're loading up the wheelbarrows in the other truck right now. So this place might look familiar from the other day's video, because this is the one big church that we do. We gotta mulch it. This Sunday is Easter Sunday, so we want it to look good for their Easter service. So we're starting off here.
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable when something bad happens, so I didn't want to say it yesterday.
Where are we starting? Just like
Start on the bottom of the church and work our way up.
I mean there, or do you want me to start like there and work out?
Yeah, do from this whole thing up.
And we're doing behind there, that little bit?
Do like a wheelbarrow behind there. So.
Alright. This whole area still needs to be done. We'll do that. We got a little bit out by that tree, a little bit by the sign, and then down this left side of the whole church. So we're gonna rock and roll. So we got the whole side done. We're done now. He's just got to blow off over there. Steve does. Ready for the Easter coming up on Sunday. And then there's just all these little spots that it's not just dump it out and rake it. You got to pitchfork some of it in. But yeah, they'll be satisfied with it for this coming weekend. All right, so this next house is just a few bags of mulch. I think it's 10 total, and it's red mulch. The only reason we did it in bags really was because we have both the dump trucks with the non-dyed. This one's just bags. It's a small little garden bed. You guys saw me do the cleanup there the other day when we did the church at the same time. It's right across the street, so we're gonna go head out there. Probably 6 bags. We got 10 just to be safe. 2, 5, 6.
What does everyone think about red mulch? I hate it.
I don't like red mulch either.
Yeah.
Burning it out for you. Do we have to bungee that or no?
Huh?
Do we have to bungee them?
How many up there?
It's like 6. I think they're fine. That was easy. All right, here we go. Next property, number 3 of 5. Let's see here. We did this cleanup the other day also. You want to talk about the dumping method?
Yeah, I guess. We showed it in the patio thing we did last year, the fire pit. We got to what? We did 2/3 of the truck.
Yeah.
Pitchfork. We could have done half and then done what we're doing now, but there's 3 of us, so someone could be pitchforking while you're loading. You just think your lower back's not doing anything when you're pitchforking down.
From the ground, you mean?
From the truck to the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Versus if you were to get it, I mean, you have no choice if you don't have a truck, you have to get it delivered. It is what it is, you'll still make money. But since we have the truck, we can dump it, it's gonna dump it all the way back to the back doors, and then we'll set the wheelbarrows up, and as soon as we open the doors, the 2 first wheelbarrows will be filled.
Yeah.
And then basically we're just reaching and pulling, and there's almost no lower back involved whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you see companies that have dump trailers, and if the back end doesn't have hydraulics to lift it high enough to get the wheelbarrows underneath, they're scooping up
mulch.
and over
Yeah.
into the wheelbarrows.
And you're gonna wear and tear your body.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have a chance to do this, I mean, even a mason dump works great, or even a pickup truck insert works great, because you can get your wheelbarrows under it, and you can do this method. You can let the hydraulics do the work for you instead of your lower back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you can see it. It's easy now. anything?
Yeah, they let me eat once in a while. Folks.
Yeah.
Whopper pound.
Back in the stick shift.
It's gonna rain.
Yeah, it is gonna rain.
They're saying 2 o'clock. It's 10:15. We got a whole other truck to do. I mean, that took us what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, so we're done with 3 out of 5.
Yeah. I wish we could mulch every day, all year round. It looks great, but you could make killer profits if you price it right. Not taking advantage of people, but if you price it what the going rate is. Some people are pricing it for like $50 a yard installed. Like materials around here is 30 something.
Yeah.
For just a yard. So like people who are charging 50 to 60 a yard installed are making nothing. I mean, just show it real quick. It's not the greatest looking property in the world, but the mulch definitely helps.
Yeah.
So yard book also helps substantially too, because you can put in the yardage that you use. So starting last year when we began yard book, we were QuickBooks before that. Last year I just kept a tab of every mulch job we did. So like we know basically that's 3 yards we just did there.
Yeah.
We did it in about 20 minutes with 3 guys. I think we were at $1.15 a yard installed because it's natural mulch. It's not dyed mulch. Dyed mulch were $125 a yard installed because it's just the extra $10 on the cost of the mulch. So 115 times 3. I think it's 345. $345 we just grossed in 20 minutes minus the materials. 3 times 20, 60. We just made roughly $280 in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why we love mulch, just because it's, if you got the right equipment and help, which we do, we got the 3 of us, it's very, very quick, easy profit. There's no lawn mowers involved unless we're using the Toro Multi-Force, but it's basically wheelbarrows and hand tools.
Yeah.
For stuff like this.
And yeah, you can mulch out of a pickup and stuff like that, but we have this dump truck, which costs money. That's why we gotta.
Like we were just saying before, if you have a dump insert in your pickup truck, it's high enough to get your wheelbarrows under. You can do the same thing we do, where we dump the truck,
Yeah.
get the mulch to come to the back instead of scooping it and reaching it. And I mean, by the end of the day, you can't feel your back.
Yeah.
We've got this technique down pretty pat over the longest years that we've been doing this. Me as a kid used to love to stand on the top of the mulch pile and pitchfork the entire truck out.
Yeah.
Just because I was bored and I was 3 or 4 years old looking for something to do. Funny to put a picture in there of me in Dad's first truck back in 1998.
Yeah.
We still have that wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And it's dated 98 in the bottom, how those old cameras used to do it. But there's me with my white hair standing on the top of the mulch pile. I love mulching. You're not picking up pails of leaves and throwing them in the truck or leaf. I mean, we love leaf cleanups, but this time of year, mulch, like we just love it.
Yeah.
Very profitable.
People hate mulch because their vision of it is, let's get some mulch delivered. The guy dumps it in a giant pile, and then you have to sit there and scoop it by hand, which is a pain in the ass. Nobody wants to do that. We don't want to do that.
That's why we use lower back for all that.
We use the dump truck only. If somebody, pretty much if anybody asks us if they can just save the money and have it delivered or whatever, we usually don't do those jobs.
We have one where the guy gets it delivered from the mulch yard across the street, dumped in a pile, but we charge him more to scoop it off the ground, and it's just what he wants to do.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to have the trucks up high and the wheelbarrows down and not use your back and just use your shoulders to knock the mulch in and let the hydraulics do the work for you.
Yeah.
But once again, if you have a car, if you have a little tiny pickup truck that only holds a yard or whatever, good for you. You're in business. You're making money for yourself. You're not working for someone else. And that's fine. That's just what you got to do to get by until you can upgrade. I mean, you can even call this an upgrade because this is a 2000 550 and that's a 2000 450. So these things are old, but we got them to where the point where we could just turn the key and go. You don't need a brand new truck to do mulch. You don't need even a pre-owned truck like a 2010 or something. You can get away with these 7.3 diesels they're on there for nothing.
Yeah.
You could find them on Facebook.
You could even find a cabin chassis and put a bed on it.
Yeah,
buy a new dumper.
Buy a cabin chassis for $2 or $3 grand on Facebook. They're pretty much rust-free if they're 2-wheel drive, and put a brand new dump body on it for 10 grand. You'll have almost a brand new dump truck for 12 grand.
Yeah.
And you'll have to do some stuff to it, which is what we did to all these things, but I forget. I think this year we're somewhere in the 250 yard range of mulch that we have signed up so far. Last year, I think we did a little over 400 yards of mulch, somewhere in that range, but everybody's backing off on the mulch because the lawn maintenance price went up and the cleanups and everything went up so much higher, and people are just going to buy a year, I guess, to not mulch. I don't know. This is our method. We still love to hear the good, the bad comments when you guys think of how we do everything, our spring cleanups and the mulch, like our techniques and whatnot. And don't be afraid to leave a negative comment, because maybe it's something we can learn from to help us do it better, I guess. What do you guys think about mulch when it's time for mulch? Do you guys like doing it? Do you guys like cleanups more? Do you like lawn maintenance more? I know some companies around here that just want to cut grass. That's all they want to do. Perfectly fine as long as they're pricing it right and they're profitable and everything. I love fall cleanups is probably number one for me.
Yeah.
Number two is probably mulch. Number three would be spring cleanups, and grass is probably, lawn maintenance is probably last. And of course pavers and all that stuff, that's number one on the top of everyone's list, but you only get so many of those because people around here don't like to spend money. But I don't know, that's my quick pep talk. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel.
So we had another ridiculous complaint.
So stupid. Let me put this in. It's going to be never ending with the business. It is what it is. We don't get all worked up like we should. We just laugh now. Lady at that house, we just mulched the White House, walked all the way up from her driveway. The neighbor lives all the way behind. Her mailbox, I guess, is up here. So right here.
Yeah.
Walks all the way up there. She's like got to be in her mid-80s down there to tell us to move this empty truck so the mailmen can come. We can't park over there because there's a fire hydrant. We just got done with the truck. We got maybe 10 minutes left on the job, and it's about 11 o'clock. The mail doesn't come till 3 or 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And even if this truck was here, the mailman can still get to the mailboxes.
Yeah.
What goes out of her way to walk all the way up here to tell us to move the truck so the mail can deliver? We just laugh. It's stupid. The mailman would have still delivered it. I mean, in fall cleanup, they're blocking mailboxes because there's nowhere to park when we have the trailer hooked up, and they just do what they got to do. But I mean, she doesn't like us because 2 strips of grass is our customers and the rest of it is hers, and in the fall time we almost do the whole thing just to be nice to the neighbor, and then she thinks that we're blowing the leaves onto her property.
Yeah.
Whereas we maintain the 2 strips of grass year round, and then we do the leaves in the spring cleanups, and she thinks for some reason we're blowing leaves onto her property, whereas we're doing her leaves and we're cutting her couple strips of grass. But it's just stupid shit like that. We just laugh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The mailman can pull up, put the mail in and back out, but even if he was coming, we would move.
But she probably tied her shoes up.
Yeah.
Probably took her 10 minutes just to walk up here and another 10 minutes to walk back down there to tell us that. And guess what? We're done. We're already out of here. The mail doesn't come for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But anyways, all right, we got one more left.
It's just crazy. I mean, like we said, last year and all previous years, I would want to like rip the person's head off. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But it's just funny. People have nothing to do. It's just funny. Whatever.
This is 5 out of 5, and it's nice out now, but it's going to be raining very soon.
We got the friends across the street.
Yeah, our buddies RJS Landscapes. They're across the street. We've known them for a long time. Got the tree all planted in. It'll flower in soon, bloom in.
Look, 12-11 we did 5 mulch jobs. I think we did 22 yards of mulch because there's a couple still left in the truck. We got 24, there's say 2 or 3. So we did 21 yards of mulch in 5 hours. Well, plus that red yard mulch. So 22 yards of mulch. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
When we were on the other side of town all the way over to here, I mean, if we were bang, 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 like right next to each other, we probably could have done 3 truckloads.
Yeah.
I don't know. We asked some questions. What is your guys' most mulch you've ever done in a single day? And how many people did it take, etc. I remember the most, we had a client that he's 95 years old or 96, and they just moved into a retirement home, which good for him. He stayed in his house his whole life. That was 130 yards of red dyed cedar mulch, and then another 100 something of black dyed cedar mulch, like outside the fence and inside of the fence. We knocked out, I think, we did 5 truckloads in a day. 6, we did between 60 and 70 yards in a day at that house. And we were able to use the machine, so we got a big chunk of it delivered, like a good 30 yards of it delivered at once. But we did a job once, and back in 2015, we still worked for them. Very, very beautiful house. That was the last time it was mulched, was 8 years ago. It was 73 yards of mulch. I did it with 3 guys in a day. We had 2 dump trucks running, and just wheelbarrows. I think it was like 7 a.m. to like 8 p.m. We just went for it. I have no idea how the hell we got it done. It was flat, it was all flat, so there's no hills or anything, but still. My most is 73 yards in a day, which is crazy. But what is your guys' most mulch you've done in a day, and how's our method working? What do you guys think of it?
Well, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Comment too below about the lady with the mailbox thing. It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
That's what it is. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Subscribe down below. We're trying to get our subscribers up higher so we can share the knowledge with everyone else. And then all of our original subscribers can comment below, because there's a lot of new people in the business, young kids that are in the business asking questions. And if everyone can just comment, we could all help each other out. That'd be great. So give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and have a great day.